Hello, and welcome to the podcast. So, I filmed this episode a few days ago, and I was just sitting down to edit the episode, and the whole video / audio was bad. And for a second, I bumped my head. I was like, oh my God, I screwed up. I don't have time to sit down, get ready, and any type of things like that. But I was like, you know what, let's do our best and film however we can film. So here we are. This is the best time we actually do have available right now to talk. So I guess this is going to be a very down to earth, just me talking with you kind of episode. And if you like it, let me know and we can do more like this. So I want to share this episode with you because I recently turned 39, and I guess in like any other person, you know how for New Year's or usually for birthdays, maybe you sit down, you reflect, and you like, get inspired to start over, whatever. But it is my last year in my 30s, so the reflection went even deeper, especially when I am already doing a 90-day reset. I've been filming a little series called Becoming Her, 90 Days to Becoming Her, because a lot of things are changing in my life. Things that I definitely want them to change, and things that I even never had a clue that were going to happen in my life recently happened. But everything, it's completely changing. And the last 2 years have been change after change after change after change. It's been crazy. Anyways, and every time I think like I finally like got it together, we finally like getting like the swing of things or whatever you call it, like every time I feel like, okay, now we're good, we are stable, we have a routine, everything is perfect, it's fine, something happens and I have to like reorganize my life all over again. But it is my last year of my 39, and it could be a little bit scary. I remember when one of the things that I was scared of was that when I turned 30, I started to literally have panic attacks, because in my mind I was old. Oh my gosh, I'm 30, like how did we get here? So I was scared how turning my 40s were gonna be. But I am very grateful that I have such a better mindset than I used to have in that time. A lot changed in my 30s. And something I shared in my last vlog was like how my 20s was like me surviving, and 30s became all about healing, fixing all the mess and the chaos I created on my 20s. And my 30s have been like rediscovering myself, learning things that I love that I didn't even know that I love, and hating things that I used to love. Like my 30s have been healing and rediscovering myself, or remembering who I am. And one of the questions I obviously ask myself is like, what does my life look like now? And like, is this anything at all of what I expected? Because I'm pretty sure we all at some point in our lives, probably at our 20s or even in high school, like when you visualize yourself like, where am I going to be by 30? Where am I going to be by 35 or 40? You have this vision of what you expect your life to be. And not shocking, my life is none of that at all, which is why I started this 90-day journey. So it got me reflecting, and it got me like, instead of pivoting, what is the word that I could use? It just got me like reinforcing this journey. It gave me more clarity of what's the next thing to do. And basically, since everything is changing, like I am in a new country. I moved from Puerto Rico to Florida almost 2 years ago. I recently got out of a relationship, and I was a stay-at-home mom, so I had no job. I have basically no career, and I am figuring it out and like rebuilding my life as a single mom and in a new state where I know no one. And building a career online. Like right now I'm taking my certification. I'm studying to get certified as a neuroscience coach. because on the website that I've been building, which is a health and wellness coaching website, I am focusing more on the behavior, on our mindset, on how the brain works when it comes to changing our habits for like eating healthier, exercising, moving our bodies and stuff like that. Like if you have find yourself like, you know what to do, you know how to eat, you know you need to go to gym, but somehow you just find yourself not doing those things and you don't understand. And it's all like, I personally believe that the key, it's all mindset. So I've been studying on how the brain works and all that stuff, and everything we're gonna be doing on my coaching business is gonna be more focused on neuroscience, backed by neuroscience. So anyways, I've been working on getting that. So the career part and financial part, it's pretty clear on like what it's gonna be set in stone. But when it comes to my personal, I've been rediscovering myself, remembering her, but at the same time I'm rediscovering things, because I don't know, I guess your environment does affect your behavior. It could be in a positive or negative way. In my case, it's impacting me, but I believe in a positive way. Like I've been liking things that I didn't know that I like. I am being able to do things now that I couldn't do before. Like right now, I am on my way to do a little hike with 2 little girls, and then I will be picking my son up for school. And these are things I wanted to do, but I couldn't afford doing these things in Puerto Rico for safety and all that stuff. So now that I am having this blessing of being able to do things, I am rediscovering new things that I like, new things that I'm passionate about. I am finding myself liking things that I didn't know I like. As a matter of fact, before I even hated them, I was like, heck and Bob, no way. And now I'm all in. Like, example, colors. I was a neutral girl, black, beige, and now I'm all about colors. This is the colors that I added before this was pink, and because I was getting out of my comfort zone, I added like a pastel subtle pink, not too crazy. And now we went with this yellow, and I was like, oh, but I've been liking colors. I've been obsessed with cottage living. I've been obsessed with so many things that I didn't know I liked before. But the whole point is that during this last year of my 30s, I want to make sure that whatever I do, it's going to set me up for my 40s. Like, I want to close all the open chapters of my life. I want to close them and start fresh for my 40s. But for me to be able to do that, I need to do the work during my 39s. So I needed to do a little reflection and ask myself some questions. And this is where I came with a 3-step process. And I call this, my best years are yet to come. Sometimes we get scared that, you know, we're getting old and stuff like that, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know what's going on with my phone and platforms. But ever since I've been wondering and talking about me turning 40, suddenly the algorithm decided to show me all this content about women turning 40 and their opinions, and luckily it's been positive ones. And it's because when you really think about it, at this age we have gained wisdom, we have gained perspective, knowledge. We have lived so much that we have learned. We are, you know, smarter, stronger, wiser. Is that the word? Wiser? I don't know. Hopefully you get it. But yeah, and I don't know. I think it's time. It's time for me to finally achieve my dreams, live the dream life, and stop waiting. Stop playing small. This is why we named this like this, you know. That was the vision. But I keep getting on my comfort zone. I keep putting myself in situations where I don't need to force myself to do things, and I stay comfort. Like when I moved back to Puerto Rico, it was all about building my online presence so that way I could move back to the United States and not having a regular out there job, because situations I lived, and I wanted to be a present mom. I wanted to be a completely independent present mom and be in control of my schedule and my time with my kids and all that stuff. And I got comfortable. My family owns a business over there, and I had a secure job, so I was not in a rush I was not feeling the pressure and the rush to build my career. And when I moved here because I was in a relationship. I was moving with my partner, and I was comfortable because I had a partner, and I was safe as a housewife, mom. And now that we broke up, I'm like, what the heck am I doing with my life? I wasted all this time. Like, I throw everything that I believe and stand for. I throw that. Like, everything that I said I wanted, I completely forgot about it. And everything that I said, this is exactly what I don't want, is exactly what I did. So this is why also we're doing the 90-day challenge. But again, we are making sure that the 90-day challenge, it's all career and finance based. But when it comes to me as a person, I needed to work deeper, because as a matter of fact, the other day I was reading a book, and this person was talking about when you want to create a change when it comes like career wise, you still need to work with your personal goals, because your why is not going to be make more money or whatever the heck about. Your why is going to be something personal, and that personal desire and wish, it's what's going to drive you to build the business that you want to build, right? And I was like, this is so true, because the reason why I want this business is because I want to be in control of my time and my schedule. I'm a single mom of 4. There's a lot of inconvenience and changes and everything that happens, and I want to be there. I want to take my son to school. I want to pick him up from school. I am homeschooling my 4th grader. I have a toddler that I want to raise her. I don't want to send her to a daycare. I want to be able to take my kids to their doctors with no problem. If I get a call that something happened, I have the freedom. If they get sick, which is all the time, I have the freedom to take care of them. It's all personal. But at the same time, I also need to have a vision of what life do I want, because that life that I want is what my business is going to provide to me. So I needed step number 1, gain clarity. Be clear on where I am and where I want to go. I need to be clear on what got me here, so that way I can then ask myself, okay, how can we change this? What will be the next best steps to do? What should I start doing? What should I stop doing? What do I need to continue doing? But first, we need to gain clarity. What does life look like when I'm truly aligned? What does my body feel? How does my day play out? This is a beautiful question. And what do I like? What do I look like at my best, and why? These are some of the questions that I was asking myself. Again, I'm going to leave you the link for the workbook. It's completely free down below. But how can you get in a place if you don't know, if you're not clear on what it is that you want? Sometimes you can ask a person what they want and they don't know. But when you ask them what they don't want, they will go crazy with a list. Oh yeah, I hate this, I don't want this, I don't want this. But what do you want? What do you want? And describe it. As a matter of fact, use your 5 senses. See it, hear it, feel it, and visualize it as much detail as you can, because believe it or not, those things does help you to get clear later on and how to get there. But if you don't know what you want, how you want your mornings to look like, how do you want your afternoons to look like, how do you want to feel when you wake up during the day before bed, if you don't know those things, how are you going to be able to make sure you follow the right steps that will take you there and not somewhere else? So now that you know where you are and you have clarity, then the step number 2 will be to define the woman that you want to become. So this is what I don't want, but this is what I want. And I want you to define who you need to become to be able to achieve that. Because if I want slow mornings and financial freedom, schedule freedom, that means that I need to become this type of woman. Okay? And that can include a question what like, how does the best version of me looks like? You need to know how to bounce back, like a plan B. Like, you need to create a plan. Like, if this is the best version of me, you will be able to later on plan for whatever setbacks that you have and stuff like that. But when you are like in survival mode, you're not clear on how your best life look like, when life throws rocks at you, you're not gonna know what to do with those rocks. You are going to just like evade them. I don't know what the word is, but you're not gonna know what to do to keep that. The other question that is very important for you to answer is, what are your values, what are your boundaries, and what are your non-negotiables? Like right now, it's not easy, and it's been harder now because I've been working non-stop on building, finishing my website and launching it. But for me, every afternoon, I value my health, I value my time with my kids. And for me, it became a non-negotiable. I value my mental and physical health. Let me put that clear. And that's why I created a non-negotiable to going on a hike every afternoon before picking my son to school. So I will leave approximately 2 hours before picking my son to school, because we're going to have the time of driving plus at least an hour of hiking. Because this is crucial for mental health. Like, if I want to be the best version as a mom, I want to have the clarity, energy of dealing with my day, of having those hormones that I need to have thriving in my body, so that way I can be creative. My job asks me a lot of creation. Right now I'm building a website. I need to be creative with design, with copy, with all of these things. And if I want those things to happen, I need to take care of my mental health. And being outside in nature and having my daily body movement and making those steps are essential. And because I value my health, my physical and mental health, and because I value what I bring to the table, I want to help women. I want to transform their lives. I need to be at my best. So again, these are things that I value. So for me, it has to be a non-negotiable that no matter what, I'm going to do my hikes every afternoon. No matter how much work I have, I will take that break for myself, for my kids, because they're homeschooling and they're at home all day as well. So I need to make sure they're also moving their body and staying healthy mentally and physically. I need to make sure they are connected with nature, because we're living in a time where everybody's disconnected. Everybody's disconnected from Earth. And this is why there's so many mental illnesses nowadays. That's another topic for another day. But it became my hikings a non-negotiable. Step number 3 will be aligning your values with the woman that you just described. Now it's time for action. Now you have clarity. Now you know what your values. How does she walk? How does she express herself? How does she think? How does she manage setbacks? Now that you know all of those things, now you can create a plan and take action. Now you have to act like it. Don't just write it down. Don't just say it. It is time to be her. And again, this could be any questions like, how does my best self look like today? How does she nourish herself? How does she take care of herself? What is a scary step that she could take today? Like, there's so many things that you can do to become her. Again, I will leave you all of the questions, all of the steps on the free workbook that I will leave you down below. But I want to inspire you. Don't wait until you're 39. Like, start now, because eventually the day is gonna come where you're gonna guess yourself on everything you did. And you know what? I took myself with grace. I'm in that phase of my life, thankfully, where I am learning to not be hard on myself, and I be rewriting the questions I'm asking myself, my thoughts, on a way that are empowering me and they're not setting me back. And this is why these questions came to light, because I knew that, oh my gosh, I did nothing with my life, I'm a failure and all that stuff. That was not gonna bring anything positive in my life. It's just gonna create an emotion negative emotion that will make me take a negative action that I will keep setting me back, instead of like learning, lesson learned, and now I am empowered to get things done and do what I need to do. So I'm super excited. Again, if you're listening to this podcast, you can follow me on Rise of a Mompreneur on YouTube. I've been vlogging every Monday. Every Monday I will share like a week in the live vlog with real behind the scenes of everything I'm doing, how I'm implementing all these things. And every Wednesdays we are showing the video version of this audio that you're listening to. And on Fridays we're gonna focus on my Wellness Elixir podcast. That is a more health and wellness focus. So yeah, I'm super excited for all the things that are coming, and again, sharing the real behind the scenes of how I'm getting all these things done. Thank you so much for being here, either on YouTube or in the podcast. Please don't forget that if you like it, if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share. The same with the podcast. Please share it and tag us. I will leave all the links before. You can tag us as Don't Play It Small on Instagram or in my personal. I am Stephanie L Lopez, and yeah, I'm super excited. And as you can see, this is your sign to get things done no matter what. My videos were messed up, but we're not holding ourselves back. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one.